Post-retirement issues revealed. Fancy an ongoing collection of resources, reports, free courses about retirement so you can enjoy life to the full? Too easy. Just take a quick moment to subscribe and click the bell icon and you will never miss out again. Okay, in this video we are going to look at post-retirement issues. Most employed persons have an idea of where they would like to be at retirement, or what their ideal retirement income should be to meet their desired retirement lifestyle goal is. Establishing one's retirement financial and lifestyle goals must be taken into account during the accumulation phase of adult life. This is recommended because retirement planning must consider disability, old age and death. With that said, what about the issues that actually affect a person's ability to live comfortably during retirement, that is, during the distribution phase as a result of disability and old age? Believe it or not, there are many reasons and circumstances that can have a negative impact on a retiree achieving their preferred lifestyle. Let's look at some of these issues now, and it will be followed by some mitigating suggestions. 1. Children's financial woes. This is the first obstacle that is somewhat common among retirees. While most parents are happy to take on their financial responsibilities for their child's birth and upbringing up to say 25, parents certainly don't want to be paying for an adult child's woes. Many retirees have found themselves having to still support their adult children and even grandchildren. This financial responsibility does cause undue physical and emotional stress on both the retiree's finances and psychological well-being. Bearing in mind the recent global recession, the JDX program and inflation, these issues do not bode well for a pensioner or retiree with a limited income. 2. Health and disability issues. These factors can impede a retiree's ability to maintain a reasonable retirement lifestyle, and this usually extends to the spouse of a retired couple. The reality is that there are some retirees with a health or disability matter who have more financial and emotional support and access to and from family members than others. While some may be receiving their desired income as a result of their preparedness during the accumulation phase, that does not mean that the retiree is psychologically prepared for a health and disability issue. According to a recent Ernst & Young retirement planning survey, it was revealed that 53% of respondents did not plan for the illness of a spouse and 54% did not plan for their personal illness. Given these results, baby boomers and young persons would be well advised to keep the aforementioned in consideration when doing their own retirement financial and lifestyle planning. 3. Debts during retirement. Even though retired persons are supposed to be rid of major debt, many still have a mortgage or other debt outstanding. Many are aware of the need to pay off one's mortgage or major loans before reaching retirement. But for some that is easier said than done. Mitigating circumstances of health or financially related problems during the employment years can severely affect the retiree's ability to adequately deal with their debts. The result is that they are left to shoulder great fluctuations in debt repayment, which can take place over their retirement years. If you want to avoid similar fate happening to you, keep in mind that the Ernst & Young survey showed that 66% of its respondents didn't consider fluctuations on debt repayment needs such as loans, mortgages, etc. These survey results can be a good indicator of where you don't want to be during retirement, as far as debt management is concerned, and what type of financial planning you need to consider during your years of the accumulation phase. 4. Writing your will and/or establishing a trust. Managing one's assets is a necessity when planning for retirement. While some think about how much they have gained financially during the accumulation phase, especially as it concerns value and worth of those assets, there are a startling number of retirees who don't even have a will or trust. Procrastination and fear of death can be identified as the leading factors for an unwritten will. But survivors of deceased persons who died leaving no will, i.e. intestate, will tell you the many woes and loss of personal and family wealth which has led to both a legal and emotional peril. This issue has come to be one of the most troublesome post-retirement factors that impact on the life of the retiree's survivors and could have easily been avoided. How? By ensuring that discussions are had among your family members regarding the ins and outs of your estate plan or the arrangements you have put in place to avoid any uncertainty at death. All retirees should be aware that the lack of an estate plan through a will or trust is one of the ways in which a considerable amount of generational wealth has been lost in Jamaica. This activity cannot be left to the last minute of one's life, as both a will and a trust needs to be set up when you are of a sound mind. Additionally, a retiree should also discuss with an attorney the process for setting up a will or trust. 5. Loneliness and boredom. These are another set of important issues facing pensioners, retirees today. Most individuals in the accumulation phase only consider a retirement plan in terms of financials, and forget to include a lifestyle plan. A lifestyle plan must include retirement activities in the event of disability and old age. What are you going to do with that time which your employer required of you during your employment contract? This is not to be seen as something restricted to retirees without any family members or relatives. It also affects those who have a family but they don't necessarily feel wanted or loved by them. And instead of using their time productively with a fulfilling activity, some retirees do nothing. Many retirement homes or communities have residents who have been put there because some families are not able to devote much time and attention to them and see these homes as a solution to their predicament. Do you have or know of anyone who has a family member who falls into this category? Now that we've looked at some of the post-retirement obstacles that retirees face, how do we endeavor to combat them? There are things that friends, family members, retirees themselves can do to assist in alleviating some of these problems. First, creating a retirement activity plan. For those retirees with the additional financial responsibility of taking care of children or grandchildren financially, in terms of assisting with tuition and specific debts, prior planning during the accumulation phase needs to take place, where a retiree has taken on a financial responsibility for grandchildren. This could be mitigated by establishing a college fund or long-term tax-free account, or life insurance policy that could be established as a source of income to meet the educational expenses of the grandchildren or pay off outstanding debt. Second, financial literacy. Retirees would do well to enroll in a financial education literacy course. While using one's talents and skills to be selected for a particular career or job, the ability to invest and manage one's assets during retirement requires a different level of knowledge, ability, skills and habits. So do find a financial literacy course that can help you to hone those skills required to manage your financial affairs during retirement. The financial sector is dynamic, and without knowledge you will be easily led to place your retirement dollars in investment instruments that sound too good to be true and truly are. The result usually is that of a financial loss, from which may at times seem impossible to recover from during your retirement years. Financial education is even more important when one considers the Ernst & Young survey, which revealed that 81% of respondents didn't factor in their parents getting ill. This could become a reality for most of us if we don't take into account the importance of acquiring financial knowledge during our accumulation phase, and most importantly during our distribution phase. Third, planning for services during periods of retirement disability. Sometimes we interpret the word disability only when someone is ill as a result of an accident. However, we need to broaden our definition to include illness as a result of health. This brings us to a retiree's needs for emotional and physical support, which is required as a result of being critically ill or disabled. Whether a retiree has critical illness insurance or is a member of NHF, JADEP or NE Gold, he or she will still have mobility issues for paying bills, even though you can now do this online, keeping a doctor's appointment, maintaining a home and garden, etc. These tasks could be made easier where there is an able-bodied spouse or relative who can transport the retiree around or do some of the desired and required tasks. Retirees shouldn't forget the convenience of online and telephone banking, which are free for customers of any financial institution. Fourth, debt repayment and management. Debt repayment is an issue that continues to be a thorn in many retirees' sides. Whether it is a mortgage or loan for personal reasons, paying off the debt may have been a priority during one's accumulation phase, but for some reason or another, sometimes not of the person's making, was not paid off. That said, it is wise for retirees to work out an easier payment plan in accordance with their current income level and budget. Retirees should keep in mind that their pension payments are not assignable for a loan. Hence, if it is only one's pension that is being used to repay debt, and not income from other assets, it may be useful to review all your sources of retirement income, as there just may be some money sitting down somewhere that could be used to relieve you of your debt. I have observed that there are many individuals who are unaware of their retirement sources of income. In future videos I will be sharing retirement income strategies, so make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss out. Thanks for watching.